All right. Another Armand's Opinion book review. Again, getting a lot of great suggestions for crime thriller books, for noir thriller books. Way too many to read all of them, but I'm like picking and choosing, reading some of the descriptions, some of the ones that I like. This is one of them. Saint of the Narrow Street, William Boyle. Apparently, William Boyle has several books out, all set in the Brooklyn area where he grew up. And somebody was like, you know what, you got to read this book. And I'm like, maybe. And then I looked it up, and I'm like, well, Jordan Harper gave a nice blurb for it. Ace Atkins, Eli Craner, S.A. Cosby, Willie Vlaughton. I mean, you can't really, just that alone. You know what I'm saying? Just that alone. You gotta read this book. So this is, yeah. Okay, so it's set in, Brooklyn. Starts off in 1986, and the story runs for about 18 years or so, and it's about I'm not going to give you spoilers, so I'm not going to ruin the book, but it's a family that the husband is a piece of garbage, and the wife has a very young baby, and the guy basically doesn't want to be married. He wants to be a thug. Things happen. So some of the cool parts for me. So people like read the book and they're like, oh, let me give you the plots and blah blah. No, I'm going to tell you a few things that I absolutely loved about this book. Okay, so I grew up in New Jersey, graduated high school in 1988. So this book starts in 1986. I'm in 10th grade at that point. Uh, Obviously, the author William Boyle is a fan of the same music that I grew up with. So he talks about the people who go to Lemoore, rock capital of Brooklyn, which I had been to many times back in the day. He talks about Anthrax, one of my favorite bands. He talks about Whitesnake. He talks about all the 80s music and things that we all listen to. Here is my absolute favorite part. I would love to talk to William Boyle. Maybe I'll make an attempt to get him for an interview on this YouTube channel, because here's the one thing. The dude's got a cassette in his Walkman, okay? And you know what that cassette is? It's White Lion. But it's not Main Attraction. It's not Pride. It's not any of the Atlantic Record ones. No. It's Fight to Survive, their very first release, which is one of my favorite albums of all time. And when I would say to people, like, one of your favorite, I'm like, oh, White Lion. And they're like, oh, like When the Children Cried. No, man, that first album is just killer. Again, 55 years old. Still one of my favorite albums of all time. So just the fact that you throw that in there, White Lion, you know, Lemoore, all that stuff. I'm immediately within like 2 chapters of this thing. I'm like, I'm in love with this book. Character wise, phenomenal. Secondary characters, phenomenal. This is a great character book, okay? So obviously there's a plot here, which I'm not going to spoil. Things happen over the years. I like the character arcs of the main characters, of the mom, of the son, of the sister, of the neighbor, all of those things. Very, very believable stuff. It says in the back here, William Boyle is the author of 8 books set in the southern Brooklyn neighborhood where he was born and raised. So, I mean, this dude he knows Brooklyn. He currently lives in Oxford, Mississippi. That seems odd to me, right? How do you take a Brooklyn boy out of Brooklyn? You can't take the Brooklyn out of the boy or something, whatever that saying is. Great, great book. I've never read, to be honest with you, I never read anything by this author before. I've heard the name here and there, but I never heard anything like I'm going to read it. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about thriller books, like, favorite thriller books, and I think like 2 videos in a row. You had Jordan Harper, you had S.A. Cosby, you had all those authors, but you also had this book as a favorite written, read this year. What's the release on this bad boy? So good. Just so good. 2025. Yeah. So it's a newer book, which I thought I like it. I like it a lot. I'm a huge fan. You should be a huge fan as well. Read it. Let me know if you've read it, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, what you liked, what you didn't like, if you like my review, if you don't like my review, blah, 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 blah. Great. I don't know what else to say. There will be more reviews of William Boyle books on this YouTube in the future, probably near future. Although I got a couple of other books that I'm running through now that I'm almost done with, so I will get a couple more reviews, and I got to finish the new S.A. Cosby, and you already know from page 1 you're gonna love that. So, spoiler alert: I like all S.A. Cosby books. William Boyle. Check this out. Great book. I don't know if there's anything else to say. Again, if you've read it, let me know. Also, if you are watching this, please do me a favor. It takes you 2 seconds. Hit the subscribe button. I need more followers. I'm trying to build up this YouTube page into something worthwhile for me, and if you know what I mean. And I'm doing book reviews, mostly crime thriller stuff. Book reviews, TVs and movie shows, and again, mostly thriller stuff. That's the focus. That's what I write. Check out my Dirty Deeds series on Amazon. Print, ebook, and audiobook. All 12 books of the Dirty Deeds series are on audiobook as well. So check that out. Thank you very much for hanging out with me, for doing this, and watch all my videos. Like all of them. Yeah. All right. Until next time.